compliant, pay on time to avoid prosecution without further notice. National Health Insurance, leaving no one behind.
Wow, that over there is a very nice Ford. Have you seen it?
Of course. I have been looking at it since we got here. My worry is how people manage such vehicles and where they buy genuine parts from.
I'm sure there's nowhere else apart from Schumer Auto Parts. They are the only supplier of genuine Ford and Mazda parts, which comes straight from the manufacturer. They have everything in stock for both latest and ordinary Mazda and Ford. They also stock service parts such as diesel filters, aircon filters, diesel pumps, steering pumps, turbochargers, engine overhaul gaskets, suspension parts, and body parts. If they don't have parts you're looking for, they can order within 5 to 10 working days. To top it up, Schumer Auto Parts also supply Maxxis tires and CST tires.
Really? But where are they found?
They are found on Chandram Sonda Road, Cruiser Auto Workshop, Circa. Call on 0979 192057 and 0960 747235. Email schumerautoparts@gmail.com. Schumer Auto Parts for all your genuine vehicle parts.
The happy world of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM main news. The headlines. JJ Banda's wife, Lombe Charlie, arrested for aiding husband's escape. 3 illegal miners in Kasempa die after being trapped in a pit as they were digging for suspected gold. Mpox declared a public health emergency in Africa. This news bulletin is also streaming live on the 5FM Facebook page and YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, I'm Hebet Mutabi. Petauke Member of Parliament, Imanje Banda's wife, Alombe Charlie, has been arrested for aiding husband's escape from lawful custody while admitted at Chipata General Hospital. Confirming the development, Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga says Lombe Charlie was formally charged on August 9th, 2024 and was subsequently released on police bond. Mr. Hamonga explains that following further investigations into the circumstances surrounding the escape, 2 police officers, Fungwe Phineas and Kabore Benson, as well as the 3 prison warders, Sakala Moses, Nathan Mbao, and Musa Spider Zulu, were arrested on August 12, 2024, and later released on police bond. He says they all have been charged with the offense of aiding a prisoner to escape contrary to Section 120, Chapter 87 of the laws of Zambia. Mr. Hamonga says all 6 suspects have been released on police bond and will appear in court soon to answer to the charges leveled against them.
Been charged with the offense of aiding a prisoner to escape contrary to Section 120 of Chapter 7 of the laws of Zambia. All 6 suspects have been released on police bond and will appear in court soon to answer to the charges leveled against them. The Zambia Police Service remains committed to upholding the law and ensuring that those who breach the law, regardless of their status or position, are held accountable. We assure the public that no stone will be left unturned in this matter as we seek to ensure that justice is served.
3 illegal miners in Kasempa district, a northwestern province, have died after being trapped in a pit as they were digging for suspected gold. Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga explains that today at approximately 03:48 hours, a police officer in charge of the patrol team based at Molopoe Metal Mining Limited, received a phone call from a concerned member of the public informing him that 3 illegal miners had been trapped in a pit. Mr. Hamonga says upon receiving the report, Kasempa police rushed to the scene and found the 3 lifeless bodies lying beside a pit approximately 300 meters from the location where the police are camped. He says the deceased individuals were identified as Gabriel Mukanzu, aged 28, of Makai Village, Chief Kanongesha, Mwinilunga District; Jacob Achulu, aged 25, of Vubwi District; Chief Pembamoyo, Village Muiza; and Daniel, aged between 27 and 30, of Solwezi District. Mr. Hamonga says that the bodies of the deceased were conveyed to Mukinge Mission Hospital mortuary, where they are awaiting post-mortem examinations.
The deceased individuals have been identified as follows: Gabriel Mukanzu, age 28, of Makai Village, Chief Kanongesha, Mwinilunga District. He sustained a fractured right leg, swollen face, bruised back, and was bleeding from the nose, ears, and mouth. Jacob Chulu, age 25, of Vubi District, Chief Kapemba Moyo, Village Muiza. He was identified after a green registration card was found in his pocket. The right leg, swollen face, bruised back, including bleeding from the nose, ears, and mouth. Daniel, full names unknown, aged between 27 and 30, of Solwezi District. He was identified by a friend and sustained bruises on the right hand, as well as bleeding from the nose and mouth.
In other news, the Department of Immigration in Osaka has detained 26 undocumented Ethiopian nationals for illegal entry. Department of Immigration Public Relations Officer Namati Shinka says that the group was apprehended in the State Lodge area by that area's neighborhood watch, comprising police officers and members of the community. Mr. Shinka explains that the team came across a Quantum Highs bus which had just overturned while on their usual patrol at around 04 hours. He says in an attempt to rescue the accident victims, the team found some suspected Ethiopians still inside the overturned bus, while they noticed others, including a Zambian driver and co-driver, had escaped into the nearby bushes. Mr. Shinka states that, joined by officers from the Department of Immigration, the team conducted a search of the bush and apprehended some more suspected Ethiopians, bringing the number currently detained to 26. He says preliminary investigations suggest that the total of Ethiopians was 37 and that they entered Zambia from Malawi, with South Africa being their intended destination.
The team came across a Quantum Highs bus which had just overturned while on their usual patrols at around 04 hours in the morning. In an attempt to rescue the accident victims, the team found some suspected Ethiopians still inside the overturned bus, while they noticed others, including a Zambian driver and co-driver, had escaped into the nearby bushes. Joined by officers from the Department of Immigration, the team conducted a search of the bush and apprehended some more suspected Ethiopians, bringing the number currently detained to 26.
The United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, has launched and officiated the first investment case on road safety in Zambia, which is aimed at stabilizing and reducing the forecast level of road traffic facilities. Speaking during the launch, UNDP resident representative James Wakiaga says UNDP, in partnership with the Road Safety, Transport and Safety Agency, conducted a case study to estimate the current economic costs of road traffic injuries in Zambia, emphasizing the impact of pedestrian injuries. Mr. Wakiaga reiterated UNDP's support to ensuring improved safety through collaborative efforts.
Initiatives both underline the global and national aspirations, and particularly efforts on improving road safety. In Zambia, UNDP, with key government counterparts, collaborated on two very important projects. The first one is on the pedestrian first initiative, and the second one on investing in walking and cycling policies in Zambia.
Meanwhile, Minister of Transport and Logistics, Frank Tayali, says these projects are aimed at enhancing the safety and non-motorized transport users through the provision of various road safety infrastructure, promoting walking and cycling as viable transportation options, and ultimately improving the overall quality of transportation in Zambia.
It is unfortunate that Zambia has continued to record a high number of road traffic accidents, most of which result in fatalities. According to Zambia Police statistics, in 2021 alone, 2,100 Zambians died due to road traffic accidents. Sadly, in 2022, this number increased to 2,240 fatalities, and 76% of these were predominantly in urban areas. In 2023, we record 1,687 road fatalities, which was a fairly significant reduction from the previous year.
In other news trending this evening, the governments of Zambia and the DR Congo have resolved to work together, and all borders that were shut down have been opened. With the UPND administration clocking 3 years in office, National Action for Quality Education in Zambia, NACEZ, believes that access to education is at 85%, while the quality of education is at 40%. Up next, business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. Our business to keep you informed about business.
In business news, the government has set aside 22 million kwacha as grants for innovators and inventors to actualize their prototypes to help address challenges such as the energy deficit affecting the country. Technology and Science Minister Felix Mutati says that the money is also supporting innovators and inventors who are working on solutions to the current energy and climate change challenges Zambia is currently facing. Mr. Mutati says the government is committed to ensuring that innovation thrives and helps young people actualize products which can sell and be a solution to challenges in society. Speaking in Osaka when he officially opened the consultative workshop on the development of a generic commercialization and technology transfer framework, Mr. Mutati said there is a lot of creativity and expertise which can be utilized to address many pressing issues in the country.
I see a deficit in the courage to translate those ideas into outputs. I see a gap between the laboratories where you create the solution and the commercial component for that solution. We need to bridge the gap. We need to bridge the gap. In Zambia, we are seized with an energy crisis. We are seized with droughts.
And the National Science and Technology Council Acting Executive Secretary Guest Mugala said that the institution is committed to supporting innovation. Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
In foreign news, Mpox, the high infectious disease that used to be called monkeypox, has been declared a public health emergency in Africa by the continent's top health body. Scientists from the Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, say they are alarmed by the speed at which a new strand of Mpox has been spreading. Since the beginning of the year, more than 13,700 cases and 450 deaths have been recorded in the DR Congo. The virus, which can cause lesions across the whole body, has spread to other African countries, including Burundi, the Central African Republic, Kenya, and Rwanda. Here's a roundup from the BBC for other world news stories.
Egypt has condemned a visit by Israel's far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir to Temple Mount in Jerusalem, calling it irresponsible and provocative. Mr. Ben-Gvir entered the site accompanied by about 2,000 Jewish people. Temple Mount, which is also known as the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, is deeply holy to both Jews and Muslims. Senior health officials in Africa are holding a meeting to declare a public health emergency over a new fast-spreading variant of Mpox. The highly infectious disease has caused more than 1,000 fatalities. Simi Jalausho in Lagos says officials from the Africa Centres for Disease Control are calling for more vaccine doses. A doctor strike in India, in protest over the rape and murder of a trainee doctor, is causing long queues at hospitals across the country. There have been calls from local unions for a nationwide shutdown. The woman's body was found on Friday with multiple injuries in a state-run hospital in Kolkata.
In sports news, West Ham United have signed defender Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Manchester United for £15 million. The 26-year-old has penned a 7-year deal with the Hammers. Wan-Bissaka left Crystal Palace for Manchester United in a £50 million move in 2019 and scored 2 goals in 119 appearances for the Red Devils. The defender is West Ham's 8th signing of the summer, joining Jean-Claire Todibo, Crescencio Somerville, Louis Guillaume, Nicholas Fukrag, Wes Fordingham, Max Kilman, and Guido Rodriguez in moving to London Stadium. Here now is the weather report. Stay tuned.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Western, Southern, Lusaka, Central, Northwestern, Copperbelt, Eastern, Muchinga, Northern, and Aropla provinces have clear skies and mild to cool. Ends the weather report.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
That item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a recap of the top stories. Petauke Member of Parliament Emmanuel J. Banda's wife, Lombe Chali, has been arrested for aiding husband's escape from lawful custody while admitted at Chipata General Hospital. 3 illegal miners in Kasempa District, a northwestern province, have died after being trapped in a pit as they were digging for suspected gold. Mpox, the highly infectious disease that used to be called monkeypox, has been declared a public health emergency in Africa by the continent's top health body. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy World of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. I'm Herbert Mutavi.